Welcome back to the chaos. If you're new here, I am Talon and I am about to do my 1 week update on the Anthurium experiment. I am super excited about it. I have my logs here so I can log everything that has gone on, if anything. It has only been a week since I started this experiment, so I really don't expect much. I do have some unhappy news to report, but it is what it is. So I guess I'm going to start with the little seed sprouts that had just sprouted. I don't think much has gone on. So here we have the first one, which is all three of these seed sprouts are Forgetii by AOS by Silver Blush Dock Block F2. So these are pretty complex. So this one here is in a stratum and perlite mix, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like right now. So we're still one leaf, but we do have another leaf pushing right there, if you can see it. I have not had to water this yet. The water level is still about as full as it was before. So that's the first one. The second one is in no soil, which means it's my mix with no soil. And if, in case you didn't see my other video, the whole experiment is to see whether the Anthurium are going to grow better in, did I say alocasia before? I meant Anthurium. If I did, I'm sorry. The whole experiment is to see whether these Anthurium are going to grow better or like it better in my soil mix or my soil mix with a little bit of actual soil in it. So I've done videos on my soil mix before. If you need to know what it is, let me know, and I'm happy to tell you what it is. Just let me know in the comments. So this little sprouted seed is in my mix alone, and we're in the same boat as the other one with one leaf, and we're starting to grow a second, we're starting to push a second leaf. I hope you can see it. It's like right there. Let me see. I don't think I'll be able to see any roots on anything yet. Just some condensation. No roots yet. I have not had to water any of them. The water level is still pretty full, which is what I expected being in the humidity domes. It's not taken up a ton of water. I do not see any roots on the fluval stratum and perlite one either. So we'll set that aside. And now lastly, we have the one in my mix with a little soil, and it is exactly the same. One leaf, and it's starting to push another tiny leaf. Can you see it? See it right there? Isn't it cute? It's so cute. Let's see. And I don't see any roots either on here. Remember, these only had like one tiny little root coming off of it. Oop, I just dripped. One tiny little root coming off of it. So I don't expect to see like a developed root system for a minute. Also, don't need to add water to this one either. So that is those. I need to document those real quick, and then we'll take a look at the other ones. Okay, next up, we have our Dock Block F2 by Dock Block Michelle's that I got from Facebook. These are the ones that my control is off now, because when I got these in, I had two crusting, like dehydrated leaves on one of them, and those leaves did not rehydrate. They just fully crusted off and now died. So I'm working with two leaves on this one, and the same, I had the same 4 leaves on this one, and so that's where we are. Let's get into it. So the one in soil is the one, or the one with the soil mix in it is the one that has only 2 leaves that have hung on. I still have one, actually 3, because That one little itty bitty baby one is still there, but it is yellowing, and that's fine because it wasn't in the best of shape when I got it. And then the two other leaves that I had on here dehydrated and they just didn't make it. So I can see a new leaf that's starting on that petiole. I'm not sure if it's focusing or not focusing, but you see it right there. It's starting on there. So that's exciting. Let's take a look at the roots and see if there's anything we can see. Nothing jumping out at me right now. There's some condensation going on. The reservoir is dry. Excuse me. And I did give it a little bit of water once. Now for the other one with no soil added, I have held on to every single one of the original leaves, and it is pushing out a new leaf already that is already sprouted. If you can see it right there. So this one is actually moving along a little faster because it has pushed a new leaf already, whereas this one has the beginnings of a new leaf, but it hasn't pushed it yet. So far, this one is winning. I can't count the original leaves because this one, the other one would have had the same amount of leaves, but they came to me not okay. So this again is the one in no soil, just my mix alone. Oh, it looks like the little itty bitty baby leaf on this one that was on the other one has died off, but that's okay. It was literally just the first, probably the first leaf ever, but all of the other leaves have stayed on fine. And again, it's pushing a new leaf. Let's check the root system on this one. Lots of condensation, still really moist. Not seeing anything visible here. I'm not going to give them, and again, this reservoir is also empty and this string has dried up, but I'm not going to give them any more water just yet because it's still pretty moist inside of there. So I would say that so far the one in no soil or no soil added to my mix is winning because it has pushed its first leaf, whereas this one is still working on it, the one in soil. So I'm going to document this and I'll be right back. Okay, and lastly, we have the Forgetti AOS by Silver Blush 1. Also got on Facebook. These also had the same amount of leaves when I started. So I'm going to start with the one with no soil, no added soil. We have the original 4 leaves and we are starting to push another leaf right there. It's just starting to push there. And this is what this one's looking like. And for roots, I do see a visible root. I see one visible root so far. Right there. Can you see it? And this still has a little bit of water left in the reservoir from the one time that I did give it water. And now let's move on to the other one. This is the one that is got the soil added to it, has all of the original 3 leaves, and it has a new leaf, which is this guy right here, that has opened up and is hardening off and is sizing up nicely. Let's see if you can see it. So this one is clearly ahead of the other one. Let's check the roots on this guy. This is so exciting. I do not see any visible roots on the outside at this time. And this one has just a speck of water left in the bottom of the reservoir, so I'm not going to water these either. The one in no soil has a little bit of extra moisture at the bottom. It has a lot, actually, more than this one with just a couple drops in the bottom. So this, again, is the one in soil. It has pushed the new leaf and it is hardening off. It also has a lot more veining than the original leaves. The first 2 have no veining. The second one is right there. It has some veining, almost pitchforkish. And then here is the newest leaf where we are getting some more veins coming in. And then the one in no soil has still the same 4 leaves, and then we are getting another leaf here. It is just not opened up yet. I'm going to document this. I'm going to take some photos of each one of these, and then we're done here. So I hope you're enjoying this so far. If you are, let me know in the comments, what do you think is going to be the winner? Do you think it's going to be, are you team no extra soil, or are you team add soil? Let me just tell you what's in my no soil so you can make an accurate guess here. So the one in my mix alone, my mix is very pond heavy with tree fern additive. So we have pond, chunkier pond with a little bit of lechuza mixed in for some finer particles, because it is a, nope, the mix I made for this does not have the big pieces because they're seedlings. So it's lechuza pond, which is the smaller particles. It has perlite, it has tree fern fiber, orchiata, the very small orchiata, and some biochar. I think that's it. And then of course I dusted everything with great white mycorrhizae inoculant. And then the one with soil is my mix, which I just explained what was in that, with a little bit of Fox Farms Ocean Forest, or Forest Ocean, or something like that. So that's a little bit of soil that I added in because I want to, I watch on the internet a lot, and a lot of people use like my mix or a variant of my mix. By no means did I invent this mix. Lots of people use it. I have been perfecting it over time and figuring out what works best for me and for my environment, and that's the clear winner because I get the semi-hydro with a little bit of tree fern and orchiata, and the roots just seem to really take off, especially for my Anthurium, though I do use this mix for pretty much universally for everything. So the great debate is soil or no soil. Do you add soil, tree fern soil, or just the tree fern pond no soil? So that's what I'm testing out with this experiment. So you tell me down in the comments what you think is going to be the winner. I've showed you my results so far at the end of the first week, and I hope that you join me back next week for another exciting update, because I'm going to keep updating you weekly for at least 9 weeks. And then we'll see how it goes to see if we need to continue or if we have a clear winner by then. So if you want to see any, or you're interested, whatever I'm saying, with any of the supplies that I'm using here, or the great white that I'm talking about, or these setups here, just check my Amazon, which is linked in the description. Everything is in my Amazon storefront. I am a plant shop owner, as you can see from behind me. You can find my website also linked in the description. And I don't know, maybe that's it. So thank you for joining me in this chaotic episode, and I hope that you come back for the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.